Can I have an approval of the agenda?
Yeah, I have something to add. I'll pass it out now. This was submitted to the office on July 17th, and it's a request for donation from the Maritime Golden Retriever Club. They're having the National Dog Show at the Sports Complex in September.
I'm sorry, make that 5K. Minutes, is there, can I have approval of minutes? Is there any errors or omissions? I'm sorry? All right, can I have
So moved.
I'll second that.
approval of the previous minutes? Is there any errors or omissions? Can I have somebody move it?
I'll move the minutes as written.
I'll second that.
Moved by Councillor Pence, second by Mayor McGilvery. All in favor? Contrary-minded? The motion carried. Business arising for minutes. Is there any business arising for minutes?
Can we get an update on the parklet, please?
The town engineer and the town planner have been working together. The plan is to have the parklet in place by Friday for the closing of the street for the dance or for the street party.
That's great news, thank you.
Is there any other issues from minutes? We'll move on to correspondence. Northumberland Regional High School, thank you, Doc. Dorrington Anniversary, that's just a thank you, isn't it? Northumberland Regional High School, thank you for Alton Anniversary. Pictou County Volunteer Ground Search and Rescue, thank you for the grant. Nova Scotia Community College, thank you for Frank Sobey Jr. Anniversary. Nova Scotia Transportation and Infrastructure Renewal, 32 Bridge Avenue.
So this was requested by council to send a letter to the province regarding the facility at 32 Bridge. And the response from the province was that they agree with our concerns on the building and they're working hard to address the building concerns. And they comment on how they have 2,400 structures to maintain, and it is a challenge maintaining them all. They will keep us updated and informed on any new developments regarding the building.
Here, I'm sorry,
That 32 Bridge Avenue is the old Department of Mines building.
That is correct.
Pictou County Shared Service Authority financial statement. We have that in the...
That was sent via email, and if anyone wants to see it, the financial statements are available at the administration office.
Chad Transit financial statement, same as well. Riverview Volunteer Association, thank you for grant. Nova Scotia Community College, Pictou Campus, request for a $500 grant and invitation.
So this is an annual request from Nova Scotia's Community College regarding their welcoming barbecue that they hold every year, and this is under the mayor and council line in the budget.
I don't have a problem with that.
So, could we have a motion on it then, please?
I'd recommend that we go ahead with it, Mr. Chair.
Moved by Councillor Pence, seconded by Councillor Wan, to recommend to council that we donate $500 grant and invitation. Thank you.
On the question, we should ask them to send it before the deadline, unless it's something that's already in our system and it's ongoing and stuff like that, but we still should have it before February.
I will let them know to do it that way.
This is not for February, Susan, is it? It's for when the graduates first come to the community college?
That is correct. It is under a different line. However, if it is requesting financial from the town, then it should follow under the same protocol.
I think they have that every year. They have a little party for them. Yeah. Multicultural Fusion Festival, request for donation.
Question, when did that come in, Susan?
This was received on June 25th, 2019.
So it came in after our deadline.
That is correct.
Mr. Chair, I'm not really sure what everybody feels about it, but we've been asking for everybody to adhere to the deadline, and at one point or another, we have to make a decision on whether to accept these or not. I'll leave it up to council.
Susan, did we send out to these people and to this group and ask them to submit before the deadline?
We didn't submit to anybody to submit before the deadline. We advertised in the newspaper 2 times in both Pictou Advocate and the News.
Okay, so it was advertised in the paper. So is there any other comments, or is there anybody who'd like to make a motion? Is there anybody who'd like to make a motion? Going the third time, is there anybody who'd like to make a motion? Okay, donation denied. Number, oh, that's right, K, dog show, I'm sorry.
So as I mentioned, this was received just last week, and these are the group that are holding a national dog show at the sports complex in September.
Councilor Wong, did you want to speak on that?
Did they submit on time?
No, they did not.
Yes, my position is the same as the previous one. At one point or another, we need to make a decision. Now, this is a little bit different because they are new to this. This is their first time, and this is a national dog show, which is going to bring a lot of support to the county and to Stellarton. So it's much different, I think, than the first one. Even though I enjoy the Multicultural Association and their festival a lot, but they've been here for years and years and years, and they should have known when to submit. So I'll leave it up to council.
I'd make a motion that we give the donation.
Councilor, can you give us a figure on that one?
200.
Councilor Pence has made a motion that we donate 200 to the dog show. Is there a seconder for that motion? Is there a seconder for that motion? Third and final time, is there a seconder for that motion? Motion denied.
Just want to say, I think we do provide support to the facility through an annual rebate of taxes, and I think we support the dogs in other ways as well with the access to the soccer field. So we definitely support the program. We really look forward to it hosting in Stellarton. It's just I don't think the letter was submitted on time. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor McGilvery. Moving on to item 6, sidewalk plow tender. So it looks like we only have one tender for McFarland's Limited at $149,119.35.
That is correct, and it did come below the budgeted cost as well.
I'll make it a motion that we accept the recommendation for the compact articulating wheel loader from McFarland's Limited for $149,119.35.
Second that, your Mr. Chair,
Motion by Mayor McGilvery that we accept the bid from McFarland's Limit of $149,119.35. Second by Councillor Pence. Is there any question? All in favor? Contrary-minded, motion carried. Item 7, Community Works Program.
This was sent to council via email, just looking for some ratification on the permission to submit an application for an employment opportunity for the town. The Community Works Program will consider up to 50% to a maximum of $25,000 of eligible costs for an employment project. So I just would need approval to go ahead and apply for that.
I so move, Mr. Chair.
I'll second that, and I think it fits very well with our strategic planning, so I think it's an ideal fit for the town of Stellarton.
Motion by Councillor Wan to approve the Community Works Program, seconded by Mayor McGilvery. You ready for the question? All in favor? Contrary-minded? Motion carried. Certificates of Recognition Draft Policy.
This is something that was brought up recently. A lot of municipalities do this. Provincial and federal also does this. It's basically a policy that would recognize any resident of the town of Stellarton to local residents for their 50th anniversary and subsequent anniversaries at 5-year intervals, and birthdays of 80 years and above and subsequent 5-year intervals. And all they would have to do is submit an application, or if they choose, council can submit the application on their behalf if that's something they wish.
I was a bit embarrassed when we were at our mayor's tea here a while ago. Pat Dunn was there, and he gave a gentleman his 95th birthday, gave him a certificate, and we didn't have anything there. It would have been a nice gesture if we could at the tea present him with something. And then a gentleman approached me and he asked me if we did it when their 50th anniversary, and that's why I guess I kind of kicked it up. But yeah, I think it's a good idea too.
Mr. Chair, and this is a question for council, I guess. Do we think it might be feasible to extend it to births as well? Because we are trying to grow our community, and that could be something that we might be able to do upon request for birth as well.
I think that's a very good point.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. I just, like I said, it was more or less to start this ball rolling. I mean, we can improve it in principle and go back, or we can add that to it. How do you want to approach it? Do you want to approve it and have births as well? Okay. So we'll just include births, and maybe somebody can make a motion on that?
So move.
I would second that.
A motion moved by Councillor Pence, second by Councillor Wan, to have a recognition of births and birthdays as well as anniversaries. Are you ready for the question? All in favor? Contrary-minded? Motion carried. Thank you very much.
I want to take the opportunity to thank the Deputy Mayor for thinking of bringing this to our attention. I know delivering the certificates actually is a rewarding and worthwhile experience for me as mayor. I get to know the citizens a little bit better, and it's always a nice event, so thank you for that.
And I don't think this has to go through council or anything like that. It's just somebody comes and you just sign it off. And yeah, okay. Thank you. Moving on to the last item, open forum. Is there anybody to speak at open forum? I had a phone call today from Gary Stewart. Gary Stewart wanted to be here, but his legs are bothering him, and he couldn't make the stairway. And I know we have a lady here in the audience, and Patty Lloyd, and she has the same issue trying to get up the stairs and tries to get. Sometimes she can't make it. I spoke to Sean Fraser. We've applied for elevator and apparently we missed out again by 2020. We didn't get that, so, and I'm sorry, yes, so it's open again next year, so we're going to apply again next year. And, but in the meantime, people just can't make our meetings. But Gary asked to, if he could do it over the phone. Does anybody have an issue with that? I don't know. He just asked me to, he wanted to speak at the open forum and FaceTime. I'm just going to do it with the phone. Do you think that Gary has FaceTime? I'm not being snooty, but there's a lot of people that don't have FaceTime. Hi, Gary. It's Brian Knight speaking here at Council. You requested the opportunity to speak in open forum. Just give me a test here. Give me your name and your address and that, please.
Yeah, Gary Stewart, 211 Acadia Avenue, Stellarton.
Did everybody hear it? Yes. Okay, Gary, go ahead. I apologize that you couldn't make the stairs. We don't have the...
Well, that was my number one thing I was going to mention, Brian, was the need for accessibility, because I just can't. The work I've done in my lifetime, maybe my back gives out, my legs give out, and geez, you got 23 stairs, or I have trouble getting up the friggin' post office. But anyway, Brian, there's another thing I don't know who to address it to, so I'm going to address it to you as a committee as a whole. And for nearly 40 years, for anybody that know me or don't know me, I've been volunteering for this town. I've won many citations, including in 2013, I got the Karen Canadian Award from the Governor General of Canada, which is under the Order of Canada. In 2016, I received the newly minted Canadian Volunteer Medal, also from the Governor General. I've been on the PAC, Trails, and Homecoming, actually chairperson of all three at one time. Physically worked on the trails, not just pointing my finger. I went out and shoveled, dirt and everything else, when I was on the Homecoming, I introduced the car show and the music on the street, and we won the only prize ever for Homecoming ever in its history. So I'm just giving you this here for a brief thing that I think you can conclude. I care about my town. I love my town. But, you don't have to love me, but I'd like to be shown a little bit of respect. This is 3 times at least, maybe 4, that a meeting has been canceled on the PAC, and I have not been notified. Now, I do not have or do all the texting and this stuff. But I do have a cell phone. My number is known. I'm over 74 years old. My time is precious to me, especially at this age. I don't know how much I got. And I don't get paid, but I don't appreciate it being wasted. So it only takes a phone call. I would appreciate someone to at least call me when a meeting ain't going to be showing up. That's all I'm asking for. And I didn't know where to address it, so I thought I was going to try to make it up the stairs, but I can't. You know that. I guess you can't, Brian. Okay, that's all I want to say. I just, I'd appreciate if somebody would, do something in the future to tell me if something's being canceled. So I can spend time with my grandchildren or my children or something like that. There are other things that are, important to me.
Okay, thank you for the call, Gary. We'll have somebody contact you and see what happened. Thank you.
I'd appreciate it, Brian. I really appreciate this here. You got this new technology for this stuff. Because like I said, I can't make it up there. I'd be glad when you just get a town hall with an elevator or something.
We were going to face page or whatever they call it, but I didn't think you had it.
What's that?
We were going to face page or what else, but I didn't think you had that technology.
No, Brian. Look, like I said, I'm 74. I appreciate all that modern technology. Everybody can have it. But I got my cell phone in case I need something. I also had open heart surgery over the years and stuff like that. Or if I need a flat tire fix, it's nice to have. But I don't need or want that stuff. But the young people are welcome to it. But I do have a cell phone, and I can be called. That would be really appreciated.
Thanks for the call, Gary. You made history. This is the first time in council it's been done this way.
Oh, something else I'm history for now, am I? Yeah. He says they'll have to put a statue up one of these days.
There you go. Thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Okay. There's nobody else speaking open forum. Next meeting, September 23rd, 2019 at 5:30 p.m. 5:30 p.m. Somebody like to make a motion to adjourn?
So move.